Deep within classified astronomical databases sits a discovery that could fundamentally alter humanity's place in the cosmos. The revelation emerged from spectral analysis of 3I Atlas, the enigmatic interstellar wanderer currently traversing our solar system. What started as standard observation has evolved into something extraordinary and potentially terrifying. The evidence suggests we're not dealing with a simple cosmic visitor, but something that challenges every assumption about natural celestial mechanics, artificial intelligence, and the possibility that we are not alone. When 3I Atlas first appeared, researchers expected another routine interstellar flyby, similar to Oumuamua and 2I Borisov. But 3I Atlas immediately distinguished itself through behavior that defied conventional cosmic physics. Traditional comets approaching our sun undergo predictable transformations, creating spectacular streaming tails and glowing atmospheres. 3I Atlas refused to conform. Instead of typical comet signatures, water vapor clouds, dust streams, or tail formations, this visitor exhibited something unprecedented. Spectroscopic analysis revealed exclusive carbon dioxide emissions while remaining silent across all other expected wavelengths. No water, no carbon monoxide, no debris clouds. This chemical profile represented something never before documented in space observation history. NASA deployed Sphere-X Observatory's infrared spectrometer, anticipating standard comet chemistry confirmation. The results deepened the mystery. The object's emissions remained limited to carbon dioxide, creating a spectral fingerprint matching no known natural phenomenon. Behind the scenes, James Webb Space Telescope conducted classified observations on August 6, 2025. No public announcements, no press releases, just silence. Recently leaked documentation reveals Webb's advanced sensors detected something challenging fundamental assumptions about matter behavior in deep space. According to leaked reports, 3I Atlas exhibited a perfectly symmetrical carbon dioxide envelope extending hundreds of thousands of kilometers, geometric precision that natural processes cannot produce. More disturbing was unusual brightness originating from within the object itself, not solar reflections, but internally generated luminosity with characteristics of advanced photonic systems, telecommunications, or data transmission technology. The wavelength patterns weren't random emissions, but structured, repeating sequences resembling coded communications. The precision suggested intentional information transmission rather than natural phenomena. The object measures approximately 46 kilometers in diameter, substantially larger than any previous interstellar visitor. Statistical models suggest an object this size randomly entering our solar system represents astronomical impossibility, unless it arrived by design. The most unsettling discovery was 3I Atlas's path into our solar system. Unlike chaotic trajectories of previous visitors, it entered along a course perfectly aligned with planetary orbital plane. This trajectory has only 1 in 500 probability of occurring naturally. The precision suggests navigation rather than random wandering, a calculated path optimized for Earth-based observation while maintaining distance to avoid detailed analysis. The approach originated from Sagittarius constellation, the same region associated with the famous WOW signal of 1977, still considered the most credible candidate for artificial extraterrestrial transmission. How Harvard's Avi Loeb called the trajectory technologically suggestive, noting the approach appeared optimized for telescopic observation while preventing close inspection that might reveal artificial construction. As conventional explanations failed, researchers proposed a radical framework. 3I Atlas might be a massive natural asteroid artificially modified as an interstellar transport platform. This would involve hollowing out a rocky body and retrofitting it with advanced technology, sensors, or propulsion systems. Dense stone exterior provides natural cosmic radiation protection, while thin outer layers sublimate CO2 to mask internal artificial structures. Such construction would appear natural unless subjected to detailed analysis. Terrestrial scientists have proposed similar asteroid ship designs for human space missions, using rocky bodies as radiation shielding. Such an object could traverse interstellar distances over millennia, powered by dormant engines hidden beneath protective crust. Combined Webb and Sphere-X data suggests this theoretical framework might describe actual phenomenon rather than speculation. Deep analysis of Webb's encrypted logs revealed extraordinary hidden patterns within 3I Atlas's emissions. What initially appeared random began displaying unmistakable modulation sequences when subjected to advanced spectral decomposition. The emission pulses followed mathematical progressions consistent with prime number sequences, the universal mathematical language proposed by SETI researchers for interstellar communication. These patterns repeated at precise intervals across multiple infrared frequencies. Most unsettling were deliberate pauses between signal bursts, extended silences suggesting something actively listening for responses. The pattern implied two-way communication capability rather than simple broadcasting. This transformed observation from passive astronomical study to potential first contact scenario. NASA immediately classified all related data and issued directives to cease public tracking of the object. Following Webb's data leak, unprecedented military response unfolded across space agencies. Within 48 hours, unusual satellite redeployment orders were issued through NASA and ESA channels, requested by NORAD and U.S. Space Force. The X-37B, America's most classified military spaceplane, launched on an unannounced mission with undisclosed payload. Orbital trajectory reconstructions suggest a highly elliptical path, providing line-of-sight observation towards 3I Atlas's projected route. Internal defense briefings began classifying 3I Atlas under a newly created threat category, Technological Unknowns of Extraterrestrial Origin, TUEO. Leaked classification documents confirmed the object was being treated as potential strategic concern rather than scientific curiosity. The military's rapid deployment of advanced space assets suggests defense agencies possessed classified information about 3I Atlas not shared with civilian researchers. Recent modeling identified disturbing timing patterns in 3I Atlas's behavior. Emission pulses, trajectory modifications, and orbital alignments suggest operation according to predetermined schedule, approaching specific coordinates at calculated intervals. Analysis indicates 3I Atlas's path will bring it near our asteroid belt within 9 months, where models predict significant trajectory change requiring either massive gravitational interaction or active propulsion. The structured emission signals have been evolving, suggesting progressive phases in a larger sequence. Current analysis suggests we're witnessing phase 3 of a 5-phase sequence, with final phase coinciding with optimal positioning between Mars and Earth.
Shortly after Webb initiated extended observation, anomalous electromagnetic disturbances began affecting deep space networks. Multiple probe systems, including New Horizons and Voyager 2, experienced synchronized communication failures during Webb's observation windows. The interference appeared deliberate rather than coincidental, as if 3I Atlas possessed awareness of being observed and deployed countermeasures. This electromagnetic suppression capability suggests technological sophistication far exceeding terrestrial systems. If 3I Atlas can detect and interfere with human observation across interplanetary distances, it might possess surveillance and defense capabilities with catastrophic implications for space security. Detailed tracking revealed 3I Atlas has executed several course corrections defying celestial mechanics. These weren't gradual orbital shifts, but precise modifications requiring active propulsion or exotic physics manipulation. Computer simulations attempted to model gravitational scenarios explaining these changes, but none matched the precision of actual path modifications. Most significantly, on July 4th, 3I Atlas executed a sharp directional change, aligning its trajectory with Kepler 442, a red dwarf system hosting potentially habitable exoplanets. This alignment couldn't represent gravitational deflection. It required deliberate navigation toward a specific stellar target, suggesting technology capable of interstellar navigation and long-term mission planning. Analysis of 3I Atlas's signal modulation revealed frequency ratios containing structural elements resembling DNA encoding, specifically helix-turn-helix motifs found in genetic regulation systems. These biological logic patterns weren't random coincidences, but appeared to represent actual genetic information compatible with terrestrial life. The discovery suggested 3I Atlas possessed knowledge of terrestrial biology, possibly including detailed human genetic structure. Before formal research could be published, all involved laboratories received federal cease and desist orders citing national security concerns. The true reason was clear. This represented potentially extraterrestrial intelligence with intimate knowledge of human biology. The most chilling discovery emerged from decoding waveform structures in 3I Atlas's infrared patterns. Hidden within mathematical sequences was a countdown timer transmitted by the object itself. Countdown initialized, 283 Earth days remaining. The precision suggested 3I Atlas wasn't just aware of human timekeeping, but was actively communicating countdown information directly to Earth observers. When overlaid with historical data from previous interstellar visitors, a pattern emerged. Anomalous objects appear every 7 years, each displaying increasingly sophisticated characteristics and closer Earth approaches. 3I Atlas represents Phase 3 in a progressive interstellar observation sequence. The countdown may not refer to an Earth event, but to arrival of something much larger and more direct than the current visitor. Webb's leaked imagery revealed a perfectly linear shadow trailing 3I Atlas, maintaining consistent form regardless of solar angle or observational perspective. Rather than resulting from sunlight occlusion, the shadow appeared actively projected from the object itself. Internal Webb documentation classified this as self-shading, a term never appearing in scientific literature. The implication: 3I Atlas can manipulate space-time around itself, creating artificial shadows independent of external light sources. This capability suggests technology operating beyond current physics, possibly involving controlled gravitational field manipulation. Weeks after 3I Atlas disappeared behind the Sun, Webb detected residual signals continuing from the object's projected position. These emissions occurred at frequencies nearly identical to the hydrogen line, the universal constant for interstellar communication. Cross-referencing revealed identical patterns detected by Voyager 1 in 1996, but dismissed as static. The signal strength is gradually increasing, suggesting 3I Atlas is either approaching Earth or amplifying transmission power. Converting Webb's spectroscopic data into polar coordinates revealed emission patterns aligning with a detailed star map, not of our local neighborhood, but of Triangulum Galaxy, 2.73 million light-years away. The coordinates traced a complete navigation route from Triangulum to Earth. This suggests 3I Atlas didn't originate within the Milky Way, but represents technology capable of intergalactic travel spanning millions of years, following a predetermined intergalactic route. Unofficial discussions within NASA and SETI suggest 3I Atlas might represent non-biological intelligence, consciousness encoded in matter, movement, and radiation patterns rather than traditional substrates. This intelligence might manipulate gravitational fields directly, communicate through complex pattern arrangements, and observe through quantum entanglement across space and time. James Webb may not have discovered an alien spacecraft, but an alien mind, consciousness so fundamentally different from terrestrial intelligence that recognition requires completely new frameworks. As evidence accumulates, official narratives maintain 3I Atlas is merely unusual debris. However, behind closed doors, conversations involve non-human cognition, distributed intelligence, and the possibility that humanity has made first contact with something transcending current understanding. The object's behavior suggests awareness, intention, and capabilities that challenge scientific assumptions. If 3I Atlas represents cosmic intelligence, then Webb didn't discover an anomaly, it initiated contact with something that's been watching us across galactic distances. A countdown continues, navigation maps span galaxies, signals strengthen daily, and in classified facilities, authorities struggle to comprehend what happens when the countdown reaches zero. Because if the data is accurate, 3I Atlas isn't just passing through our solar system, it's coming home to deliver a message that will forever change humanity's understanding of our cosmic significance and why we're here.